Just got to Whole Foods. I'm about to have a meeting, and I want to talk to you about meeting with purpose. So, one of the things that I have discovered is that meeting for the sake of meeting is just an absolute time waster. All right. So, you actually kind of want to be able to show up to your meeting with an agenda, a loose agenda in your mind, but even better if you can actually put it out ahead of time. So let me give you kind of the rundown. I'm meeting with this guy. He requested the meeting, and I've recently discovered he's making a pretty big pivot in his business. It would be one thing for me to assume he wants to talk to me about that, right? And he is expecting, an opportunity to pitch me on whatever it is. But maybe that's not the agenda. I don't know what the motivation is, so I need to take the bull by the horns and create the motivation in the agenda. So ahead of time, I said, one thing I want to talk to you about is this book I just read that I think could be really valuable. So let's make sure that we don't forget to talk about that. So I already set a loose agenda. In my mind, in prepping for this meeting, I actually spent some time this morning just writing out, where do I feel like I can add value? What can I be doing? And assuming I'm correct and the intent for them is to pitch me or to talk to me about this new direction in their business, what are a few things that I might have on my short list, mental agenda, to where I could steer and guide that conversation, right? Does he need some doors open for him? Does he need some strategic advice? Does he need some, warm introductions about, people that might be of, particular interest for what he's doing? So I come in without trying to drive too much of the agenda, but I make it acceptable for them to know I'm thinking about one thing that I want to make sure we cover, and everything else is open for conversation. What I got in response from this individual was how much they appreciated the fact that I actually think through these things, and that in fact they do want to talk to me about this pivot, and they're looking for some advice and some guidance. Automatically know now going in, because I put that agenda out there, that A, I've got a book that I'm going to share with them, and B, that there's probably some opportunity for us to do a little brainstorming or some conversation around his strategic execution or whatever. So I'm not coming in blind. And the value of that is the meeting with a purpose means that we are going to leverage this hour better because we're walking into it with a set of expectations, which means that conversation is going to be richer, more authentic, and more profitable for us both. Give it a try. Make all your meetings, phone meetings, Zoom meetings, in-person meetings, come set an agenda, at least one item on your agenda, and then come with it, some mental preparedness and intention, and it changes everything.